streets talk at night. They know who's coming. They know who falls, and they don't lie. Street lamps flicker, buzzing over wet asphalt. Footsteps echo like a heartbeat split in half. I learned young, steel and blood run deeper than law. Every shadow in these alleys has a flaw. Kids with knives sell dreams for a pocket full of change. Old men in raincoats count sins in the night's strange range. I light a cigarette, inhale the city's decay, exhaling smoke like I've already lost my way. Tonight a shipment comes down from the docks. Rumor says it's cash, but the city talks. I follow the route, tracing the taillights dim, knowing every turn could be the last for him. Inside the warehouse, crates stacked like silent corpses. The men guarding them cold, calculating forces. Eyes meet mine, 2 seconds that could decide. Friend or foe, living or dead, side by side. Loyalty is fragile, even stronger men break. Trust is currency, and everyone cheats. Concrete kings, rising under streetlight flames. Every alley knows our faces, every shadow whispers names. Concrete kings, where the weak get crushed, where deals are made in silence and vengeance is a must. Marco smiled, hand on the pistol tucked beneath his coat. Said, brother, tonight we win or we don't. But smiles in this world hide knives and lies, and the truth moves faster than bullets fly. Shots rang out, glass shattered like brittle bones. I ducked low, hearing screams echo in tones. Tony was gone, disappeared into smoke and flame. The city swallowed his name, no one knew who to blame. The alleys keep score of every scar we leave, every mark etched in brick, every man who grieves. Even now the ghosts linger where the neon bleeds, trading lives for power, trading love for deeds. I step over puddles reflecting fractured light, walking between shadows, staying out of sight. The streets murmur, he survived barely, but survival comes with change nobody sees clearly. Concrete kings, ruling streets paved in sin, where trust is a gamble and no one ever wins. Concrete kings, blood on hands, eyes on the sky. Every choice a war, every shadow a lie. I think of my father, he said, son, power is earned, not given, but never lose yourself chasing it. I stare at my reflection in a rain-soaked puddle. Do I see a king or just another pawn in the struggle? The city doesn't care, and neither do I. The docks are empty, fog rolling in thick. My heartbeat sinks with the click of a loaded stick. A van pulls up tight, screeching like knives inside. Opportunity, betrayal of my life. I make the move, gun drawn, nerves steady, trading stares with a man who's already ready. The deal goes silent, tension cuts like a blade. By morning everyone knows who's king, who's played. Concrete kings, casting shadows over streets. Every secret's a weapon, every heartbeat repeats. Concrete kings, standing tall, never free. In a city of whispers, our names live endlessly. And when the alleys talk to me, they say I walk between shadows. Who's not the strongest, not the fastest, but the one who feathers fell. The alleys talk at night. They know who's coming. They know who falls, and they don't lie. Street lamps flicker, buzzing over wet asphalt. Footsteps echo like a heartbeat split in half. I learned young, stealing blood run deeper than law. Every shadow in these alleys has a flaw. Kids with knives sell dreams for a pocket full of change. Old men in raincoats count sins in the night's strange range. I light a cigarette, inhale the city's decay, exhaling smoke like I've already lost my way. Tonight, a shipment comes down from the docks. Rumor says it's cash, but the city talks. I follow the route, tracing the taillights dim, knowing every turn could be the last for him. Inside the warehouse, crates stacked like silent corpses. The men guarding them, cold calculating forces. Eyes meet mine, 2 seconds that could decide. Friend or foe, living or dead, side by side. Loyalty is fragile, even stronger men break. Trust is currency, and everyone cheats. Concrete kings, rising under streetlight flames. Every alley knows our faces, every shadow whispers names. Concrete kings, where the weak get crushed, where deals are made. Marco smiled, hand on the pistol tucked beneath his coat. Said, brother, tonight we win or we don't. But smiles in this world hide knives and lies, and the truth moves faster than bullets fly. Shots rang out, glass shattered like brittle bones. I ducked low, hearing screams echoing tones. Tony was gone, disappeared in the smoke and flame. The city swallowed his name, no one knew who to blame, yeah. Alleys keep score of every scar we leave, every mark etched in brick, every man who grieves. Even now the ghosts linger where the neon bleeds, trading lives for power, trading love for deeds. I step over puddles, reflecting fractured light, walking between shadows, staying out of sight. The streets murmur he survived barely, but survival comes with chains nobody sees clearly. Concrete kings, ruling streets paved in sin, where trust is a gamble, and no one ever wins. Concrete king, blood on hands, eyes on the sky. Every choice a war, every shadow a lie. I think of my father, he said, son, power is earned, not given. But never lose yourself chasing it. I stare at my reflection in a rain-soaked puddle. Do I see a king, or just another pawn in the struggle? The city doesn't care, and neither do I. The docks are empty, fog rolling in thick. My heartbeat sinks with the click of a loaded stick. A van pulls up, tires screeching like knives inside. Opportunity, betrayal of my life. I make the move, gun drawn, nerves steady, trading stares with a man who's already ready. The deal goes silent, tension cuts like a blade. By morning everyone knows who's king, who's played. Concrete kings, casting shadows over street. Every secret's a weapon, every heartbeat repeat. Concrete king, standing tall, never free. In a city of whispers, all names live endlessly. And when the alleys talk of me, they'll say I walk between shadows. Not the strongest, not the fastest, but the one who survived where the others fell. Yeah, where the others fell.
Soft steps on marble floors, cigarette smoke rising in straight lines, jazz in the background, and the city outside shaking in silence. Gentlemen don't chase chaos. Chaos steps aside for them.
I slide through the avenue with a coat pressed clean, night dripping velvet on a moonlit scene. Every corner got a heartbeat, heavy and low, but I float through the tension with a gentleman flow. My collar's crisp tie, knotted with pride, confidence tailored right along with my stride. People whisper legends when I walk in the room, cause my calm cast shadows that can swallow the gloom. The pavement glitters softly under streetlight gold, a tale of quiet dominance smoothly told. Power ain't in noise, it's in control of the air. When I pause, whole crowds forget how to stare. Respect ain't demanded, it grows from your tone. In a world full of fire, I stand carved in stone. If the city's a beast, I'm the leash on its bite, the tailored calm in the storm of the night. I move like a whisper in a midnight hall, sharp like a blade, though I barely stand tall. Class draped in silence, steel in my core. A gentleman of the night, that's the name they adore. Storms may rage and kingdoms may fall, but I walk through the chaos like I own it all. If you're looking for real power, subtle and sure, watch a gentleman make the whole world blur. Table polished, crystal glasses align. Every plan that I make got precision design. I don't gamble with rage, I play patience instead. And the smart ones feel the calm and more than the dread. Leather gloves in my pocket, never stained, never torn. Not a wrinkle on my coat since the first day it was worn. Light from a chandelier paints gold on my sleeves. I talk soft, but my silence is the sound that deceives. Meetings in the shadows with a diplomatic tone, where a single raised eyebrow speaks more than a phone. No threats, no shouts, just a gentleman's cue, and the room rearranges like it already knew. Elegance is a weapon for the men who stay calm. Some build empires with force, I build mine with my palm. I walk through a ballroom where secrets glide. Every handshake heavy, every smile with a sigh. But I don't lose my balance, not a step out of place. My discipline's carved deeply right into my face. Behind every curtain is a story untold. Every chandelier flicker feels ancient and old. People think power's loud, they misunderstand. A gentleman rules by the weight of his hand. Even enemies bow when I enter their sight. Not from fear of a fight, but respect for my light. I don't raise a fist to settle my score. My words hit deeper than a closing door. I glide like a whisper in a midnight hall, sharp like a crease in the suit that I call. My armor of silence, my shield of decor. The gentleman of the night, that's the man they adore. Thunder may echo and wolves may roar, but elegance wins what brute force lost before. If you ever feel the tremble of a city unsure, know a gentleman's step is what makes it endure.
contact with the streets. Driver tips his hat. He already knows a gentleman's order barely needs to be disclosed. We cruise past the lights where the neon bleeds, through alleys where ambition plants dangerous seeds. But I don't fear the night. We grew up the same, both built from the silence that never needed a name. Kids try to mimic the legends they see, but a true gentleman ain't taught. He's born with the key. It's the patience and the posture, the grace and the breath, the calm conversation with the shadow of death. Old friends greet me with a nod, no need for a show, cause they felt my presence long before I let it glow. I walk slow, cause kings don't need to rush. Even time itself sits quietly when I hush. Class ain't just fabric, it's a language. Power ain't noise, it's presence. You don't win the night by force, you win it by being the calm that makes storms bow down. That is the gentleman's crown. Soft steps on marble floors, cigarette smoke rising in straight lines, jazz in the background, and the city outside shaking in silence. Gentlemen don't chase chaos, chaos steps aside for them. I slide through the avenue with a coat pressed clean, night dripping velvet on a moonlit scene. Every corner got a heartbeat, heavy and low, but I float through the tension with a gentleman flow. My collar is crisp, tie knotted with pride, confidence tailored right along with my stride. People whisper legends when I walk in the room, cause my calm cast shadows that can swallow the gloom. The pavement glitters softly under streetlight gold, a tale of quiet dominance smoothly told. Power ain't in noise, in control of the air. When I pause, whole crowds forget how to stare. Respect ain't demanded, it grows from your tone. A world full of fire, stand carved in stone. If the city's a beast, I'm the leash on its bite, the tailored calm in the storm of the night. I move like a whisper in a midnight hall, sharp like a blade, though I barely stand tall. Glass straight in silence, steel in my core. A gentleman of the night, that's a name they adore. Storms may rage and kingdoms may fall, but I walk through the chaos like I own it all. If you're looking for real power, subtle and sure, watch a gentleman make the whole world blur. Dinner table polished, crystal glasses aligned. Every plan that I make got precision design. I don't gamble with rage, I play patience instead. And the smart ones fear the calm man more than the dread. Leather gloves in my pocket, never stained, never torn. Not a wrinkle on my coat since the first day it was worn. Light from a chandelier, paints gold on my sleeves. I talk soft, but my silence is the sound that deceives. Meetings in the shadows with a diplomatic tone, where a single raised eyebrow speaks more than a phone. No threats, no shouts, just a gentleman's cue, and the room rearranges like it already knew. Elegance is a weapon for the men who stay calm. Some build empires with force, I build mine with my palm. I walk through a ballroom where secrets glide. Every handshake heavy, every smile with a side. But I don't lose my balance, not a step out of place. My discipline's carved deeply right into my face. Behind every curtain is a story untold. Every chandelier flicker feels ancient and old. People think power's loud, they misunderstand. A gentleman rules by the weight of his hand. Even enemies bow when I enter their sight. Not from fear of a fight, but respect for my light. I don't raise a fist to settle my score. My words hit deeper than a closing door. I glide like a whisper in a midnight hall, sharp like a crease in a suit that I call of silence, some shield at the core. The gentleman of the night, that's the man they adore. Thunder may echo and wolves may roar, but elegance wins what brute force lost before. If you ever feel the tremble of a city on shore, know a gentleman's step is what makes it endure. Black car waits outside, engine humming in peace. Windows tinted dark like a pact with the streets. Driver tips his hat, he already knows. A gentleman's order barely needs to be disclosed. We cruise past the lights where the neon bleeds, through alleys where ambition plants dangerous seeds. But I don't fear the night, we grew up the same, both built from the silence that never needed a name. Kids try to mimic the legends they see, but a true gentleman ain't taught. He's born with the key, it's the patience and the posture, the grace and the breath, the calm conversation with the shadow of death. Old friends greet me with a nod, no need for a show, cause they felt my presence long before I let it go. I walk slow, cause kings don't need a rush. Even time itself sits quietly when I hush. Class ain't just fabric, it's a language. Power ain't noise, it's presence. You don't win the night by force, you win it by being the calm that makes storms bow down. And that is the gentleman's crown.
They say every harbor keeps its secrets locked beneath the waves, but the waves talk, and when they talk about men like me. Smoke from the factories rises like a wounded prayer, filling up the sky with the sins we left there. Footsteps echo down the boardwalk spine, every step a warning, every heartbeat a sign. Cold steel railings wet with midnight rain, reflecting all the moments carved deep in pain. The harbor never sleeps, just shifts its eyes, watching kings be born and watching kings demise. A stray dog growls near the crates by the pier, even animals can smell the danger drawing near. Ships groan softly like ghosts trapped in the hull, carrying stories darker than a preacher's skull. I pull my collar up, breath fogging in the air, whispers behind me someone else is there. But in this life you walk like you're never afraid, even when you feel your heart beat like a blade. Harbor night, they carve your fate in stone, turn your heartbeat into the coldest tone. Every choice is a gamble, every move a fight. There's no living clean in these harbor nights. Harbor nights, they carve your fate in stone, turn your heartbeat into the coldest tone. Every choice is a gamble, every move a fight. There's no living clean in these harbor nights. In the old warehouse, lit by a single flickering bulb, my brother sits silent, planning how to rule the world. Tony with the scar, eyes sharp like broken glass, says one wrong step, kid, you'll never pass. Marco's rolling dice, letting chance choose his path, laughing like a man who's never feared wrath. But I know him, I know every laugh hides a bruise, every bruise hides a story of the walls we didn't choose. We break bread at a splintered table stained with wine, a ritual older than any bloodline. To outsiders we're criminals, to each other we're all we've got. Brothers built from fire, family bone of the shot. And when the boss walks in, the whole room chills like he carries wind in his coat, death in his will. He says, tonight, boys, we make history loud. And every man stands straighter like a shadow taking shade from a crowd. Harbor nights, where loyalty is law and mercy's just a word nobody ever saw. In the glow of smoke and flickering lights, we're kings of an empire that bleeds through the nights. Harbor nights, where loyalty is law and mercy's just a word nobody ever saw. In the glow of smoke and flickering lights, we're kings of an empire that bleeds through the nights. A cold fog blankets dark 23 thick as guilt, hiding the trap in the empire we built. I hear footsteps behind crates stacked high, the kind of footsteps that say someone's gonna die. A deal meant to be simple, quick and clean, but nothing stays clean in a world this mean. I catch a glimpse of Tony's scar in the dark, his hand shaking slightly before he makes his mark. He whispers, brother, forgive me, they got my kid. And in a second I finally understood what he did. This life changed every man to something he can't lose, and forces him to turn against everything he chooses. Gunshots crack like thunder in a metal cage, the harbor exploding into a storm of rage. I dive behind barrels, shattered glass in my hair, watching betrayal bleed through the salty air. The harbor keeps score, it never forgets a day. And tonight the water ran red where old loyalties met. Harbor nights, where friends become strangers in a single breath, where love turns to ashes and trust walks with death. Harbor nights, where the moon shines truth on the lies we tell, where every heartbeat echoes through heaven and hell. Engine rumbling, hands shaking on the wheel, trying to remember what life was supposed to feel. The city lights fade behind me one by one, like memories shutting off, like I'm already gone. A photo of us, 5 boys from the same street, now ghosts in a war no one asked to meet. I light a cigarette with hands stained in fear, knowing every mile takes me further from here. But a man can't outrun his own reflection, can't dodge the truth or survive perfection. And somewhere behind me in the smoke-filled night, I feel the harbor whisper, you'll be back to fight. If you ever walk these docks looking for my name, you'll find it carved in the wood next to a flame. Not a flame of glory, not a flame of pride, just a spark from the night I finally stepped aside. Harbor nights keep calling, soft, distant and cold, because every gangster story ends the same, unfinished, untold.
They say every harbor keeps its secrets locked beneath the waves. But the waves talk. And when they talk about men like me.
Smoke from the factories rises like a wounded prayer, filling up the sky with the sins we left there. Footsteps echo down the boardwalk spine, every step a warning, every heartbeat a sign. Cold steel railings wet with midnight rain, reflecting all the moments carved deep in pain. The harbor never sleeps, just shifts its eyes, watching kings be born and watching kings demise. A stray dog growls near the crates by the pier, Even animals can smell the danger drawing near. Ships grown softly like ghosts trapped in the hull, carrying stories darker than a preacher's skull. I pull my collar up, breath fogging in the air. Whispers behind me, someone else is there. But in this life you walk like you're never afraid, even when you feel your heart beat like a blade. Harbor nights, they carve your fate in stone, turn your heartbeat into the coldest tone. Every choice is a gamble, every move a fight. There's no living clean in these harbor nights. In the old warehouse lit by a single flickering bowl, my brother sits silent planning how to rule the world. Tony with a scar, eyes sharp like broken glass, says one wrong step, kid, you'll never pass. Marco's rolling dice, letting chance choose his path, laughing like a man who's never feared wrath. But I know him, I know every laugh hides a bruise, every bruise hides a story of the wars we didn't choose. We break bread at a splinter table stained with wine, a ritual older than any bloodline. To outsiders we're criminals, to each other we're all we got. Brothers built from fire, family born of the shot. And the boss walks in, the whole room chills like he carries winter in his coat, death in his will. He says, tonight boys, we make history loud, and every man stands straighter like a shadow taking shape from a crowd. Harbor night, where loyalty is lost, and mercy's just a word nobody ever saw. In the glow of smoke and flickering lights, we're kings of an empire that bleeds through the nights. The cold fog blankets dark 23 thick as guilt, hiding the trap in the empire we built. I hear footsteps behind crates stacked high, the kind of footsteps that say someone's gonna die. The deal meant to be simple, quick and clean, but nothing stays clean in a world this mean. I catch a glimpse of Tony's scar in the dark, his hands shaking slightly before he makes his mark. He whispers, brother, forgive me, they got my kid. And in that second I finally understood what he did. This life chains every man to something he can't lose, and forces him to turn against everything he chooses. Gunshots crack like thunder in a metal cage, the harbor exploding into a storm of rage. I dive behind barrels, shattered glass in my hair, watching betrayal bleed through the salty air. The harbor keeps score, it never forgets a debt. And tonight, the water ran red, where old loyalties met. Harbor nights, where friends become strangers in a single breath, where love turns to ashes and trust walks with death. Harbor nights, where the moon shines truth on the lies we tell, where every heartbeat echoes
through heaven and hell. Engine rumbling and shaking on the wheel, trying to remember what life was supposed to feel. The city lights fade behind me one by one, like memories shutting off, like I'm already gone. A photo of us, 5 boys from the same street, now ghosts in a war no one asked to meet. I light a cigarette with hands stained in fear, knowing every mile takes me further from here. But a man can't outrun his own reflection, can't dodge the truth or survive perfection. And somewhere behind me in the smoke-filled night, I feel the harbor whisper, you'll be back to fight. If you ever walk these docks looking for my name, you'll find it carved in the wood next to a flame. Not a flame of glory, not a flame of pride, just a spark from the night. I find you stepped aside.
Midnight doesn't scare me, people do. And this city makes monsters look holy. Midnight sirens echo under the steel bridge's spine, rust dripping like the heartbeat of a city in decline. Concrete sweating cold, secrets soaked into the stone. Every alley whispers stories about men who died alone. A black car idles slow with windows tinted deep. Inside, shadows move like wolves who never sleep. Their eyes reflect neon and fragments, cold and red. The kind of eyes that remember every man they've left dead. I keep walking, cold heavy boots wet from rain, carrying the weight of every scar, every stain. The bridge groans above me like an old metal ghost, reminding me of nights when I lost the ones I love most. Nothing's louder than silence when your past starts talking. Nothing's darker than footsteps from a man still walking. Blood under the bridge, stories we buried in the tide, names washed away, but the ghosts never died. Blood under the bridge, that's the price of our kind. You leave the city behind, but it stays in your mind. Backroom cigar smoke curls like venom in the air. Man in suits sits still with cold calculated stares. A single hanging bulb swings slow left to right, casting long shadows like knives in the night. On the velvet table lies a map stained with wine, red circles marking borders where our worlds align. The boss taps his ring, one tap means war, and the whole room freezes like souls on a shore. He says, gentlemen, tonight we reshape fate. Every heartbeat sinks like a loaded crate. No one breathes, no one dares to blink. This is where men rise and where weak men sink. We swear loyalty with hands over flame, bound by a code stronger than any name. No written rule, no legal decree, just the promise you bleed, I bleed with thee. But in a world built from power and fear, even the closest brothers can disappear. Trust is expensive, and every man pays, some with their life, some with their days. Blood the bridge, where broken vows hide, where brothers turn shadows on the opposite side. Blood under the bridge, echoes never lie. You can bear the truth, but the truth knows why. Rain falls sideways, pushed by a violent wind. The street lights flicker like a war just began. I hear tires screech, then a sudden burst of flame. A car explodes through darkness, calling out my name. Gunfire dances across shattered glass and chrome, turning Riverline Street into a battlefield zone. I dive behind a column stained with old graffiti art, feeling bullets kiss the concrete inches from my heart. Through the smoke I spot Marco's broken stare, a brother I trusted now caught in a snare. He yells, they force my hand, please understand, but excuses turn to ash when blood hits the land. Loyalty fractures quietly, but when it breaks, it sounds like thunder. And every bond you swore gets pulled apart under the bridge. Sirens fade distant as the night grows numb. The city breathes heavy like it knows what's to come. I walk past the wreckage, past the bodies and smoke, past promises shattered, past words we once spoke. On a bench sits the boss, coat draped in black. He says, son, in this world there's no turning back. His cigarette glows faint like a funeral flame, lighting the edges of men too far gone to name. He offers me a choice, one path paved in gold, the other a grave for the broken and the bold. I breathe out slowly, letting the night decide, and step into the darkness with no one by my side. Blood under the bridge, that's where legends drown, where kings lose their crowns on their way out of town. Blood under the bridge, and I walk through the night. Not wrong, not right, just built for the fight. If the river ever speaks, don't listen. Some truths were meant to stay hidden under the bridge. Under the bridge.
Midnight doesn't scare me. People do. And this city makes monsters look holy.
Midnight sirens echo under the steel bridge's spine, rust dripping like the heartbeat of a city in decline. Concrete sweating cold, secrets soaked into the stone. Every alley whispers stories about men who died alone. A black car idles slow with windows tinted deep. Inside shadows move like wolves who never sleep. Their eyes reflect neon into fragments cold and red, the kind of eyes that remember every man they've left dead. I keep walking, cold heavy, boots wet from rain, carrying the weight of every scar, every stain. The bridge groans above me like an old metal ghost, reminding me of nights when I lost the ones I love most. Nothing's louder than silence when your past starts talking. Nothing's darker than footsteps from a man still walking. Blood under the bridge, stories we buried in the tide. Names washed away, but the ghosts never die. Blood under the bridge, there's the price of our kind. You leave the city behind, but it stays in your mind. Backroom cigar smoke curls like venom in the air. Men in suits sit still with cold calculated stares. A single hanging bulb swings slow left to right, casting long shadows like knives in the night. On the velvet table lies a map stained with wine, red circles marking borders where our worlds align. The boss taps his ring, one tap means war, and the whole room freezes like souls on the shore. He says, gentlemen, tonight we reshape fate, and every heartbeat sinks like a loaded crate. No one breathes, no one dares to blink. This is where men rise, and where weak men sink. We swear loyalty with hands over flame, bound by a code stronger than any name. No written rule, no legal decree, just the promise. You bleed, I bleed with thee. But in a world built from power and fear, even the closest brothers can disappear. Trust is expensive, and every man pays. Some with their life, some with their days. Blood under the bridge, where broken vows hide, where brothers turn shadows on the opposite side. Blood under the bridge, echoes never lie. You can bury the truth, but the truth knows why. Rain falls sideways, pushed by a violent wind. The streetlights flicker like a war just began. I hear tires screech, then a sudden burst of flame. A car explodes through darkness, calling out my name. Gunfire dances across shattered glass and chrome, turning Riverline Street into a battlefield zone. I die behind a column stained with old graffiti art, feeling bullets kiss the concrete inches from my heart. Through the smoke I spy Marco's broken stare, a brother I trusted, now caught in a snare. He yells, they forced my hand, please understand. But excuses turn to ash when blood hits the land. Loyalty fractures quietly, but when it breaks it sounds like thunder. And every bond you swore gets pulled apart under the bridge. Sirens fade distant as the night grows numb. The city breathes heavy like it knows what's to come. I walk past the wreckage, past the bodies and smoke, past promises shattered, past words we once spoke. On a bench sits the boss, coat draped in black. He says, son, in this world there's no turning back. His cigarette glows faint like a funeral flame, lighting the edges of men too far gone to name. He offers me a choice, one path paved in gold, the other a grave for the broken and the bold. I breathe out slowly, letting the night decide, and step into the darkness with no one by my side. Blood under the bridge, that's where legends drown, where kings lose their crowns on their way out of town. Blood under the bridge, and I walk through the night, not wrong, not right, just built for the fight. If the river ever speaks, don't listen. Some truths were meant to stay hidden under the bridge.
Yeah. City never sleeps. Concrete hearts, steel nerves. Everything's a whisper till it ain't. Street lights buzzing like they're trying to stay alive. Cold wind crawling through the block where we survived. Back in '95, the nights were louder than the day. Every corner held a story, every shadow knew my name. I walked slow, hands deep in a leather coat, mind running numbers while the world was taking notes. Didn't choose to fight, the fire chose me first. Raised in a place where hunger always hit you worse. Graffiti on the wall spelled out dreams in red. Kids growing old too early with a price on their head. But I learned how to move where the silence screams, how to build an empire with a pocket full of schemes. Voices in the alleys echo stories of the past. Nothing in the city's built to ever really last. But legends don't fade, not the ones born in heat. Ask anybody out here, we were forged in the street. In the dark of the block, we carved our throne, brick by brick, from the pain we know. Rising out the smoke where the lost ones roam. If you wanna hear the truth, the streets talk in a low tone. Storm-born souls never break, never fold. Turn our scars into silver, our struggle into gold. If you wanna know how the story gets told, just ask the city. It remembers the cold. Every night was a gamble, every breath was a bet. We were kings without crown, just respect and debt. Saw brothers fall to the shadows, swallowed whole by the night. Taught me loyalty ain't cheap and the world don't fight right. I saw deals made under neon signs flickering blue. People swearing on their lives for a chance to break through. But trust is thin as smoke in a winter wind. One slip, one word, that's our stories end. Still I walk that line like it was drawn for me, like the concrete road of prophecy I was bound to be. Didn't look for trouble, but it knew my face. Found me anyway, but I held my space. Some said we were ghosts, some said we were wolves, but all we ever were was the product of a city that never learned how to love its own. Years pass, but the echoes still follow my stride. Every step I take feels like the block walks beside. Learned the power of silence, the weight of truth, and the cost of the dreams we chased in our youth. Now I look at the world through a wires of flame. Still the same blood running, but a different game. No glory in the battles, no pride in the scars. Just soul searching for light under faded stars. But I'm still here, standing where the storm began. A shadow with a heartbeat, a blueprint of a man. If you listen real close, you could still hear the beat of the city calling out through the cracks in the street. In the dark of the block, we
City never sleeps. Concrete hearts, steel nerves, everything's a whisper till it ain't. Streetlights buzzing like they're trying to stay alive. Cold wind crawling through the block where we survived. Back in '95 the nights were louder than the day. Every corner held a story, every shadow knew my name. I walked slow, hands deep in a leather coat, mind running numbers while the world was taking notes. Didn't choose to fight, the fight chose me first. Raised in a place where hunger always hit you worse. Graffiti on the wall spelled out dreams and red. Kids growing old too early with a price on their head. But I learned how to move where the silence screams, how to build an empire with a pocket full of schemes. Voices in the alleys echo stories of the past. Nothing in the city's built to ever really last, but legends don't fade, not the ones born in heat. Ask anybody out there, we were forged in the street. In the dark of the block, we carved our throne, brick by brick, from the pain we'd known. Rising out the smoke, where the lost ones roam. If you wanna hear the truth, the streets talk in a low tone. Storm-born souls never break, never fold. Turn our scars into silver, our struggle into gold. If you wanna know how the story gets told, just ask the city, it remembers the code. Every night was a gamble, every breath was a bet. We were kings without crowns, just respect and debt. Saw brothers fall to the shadows, swallowed whole by the night. Taught me loyalty ain't cheap and the world don't fight right. I saw deals made under neon signs flickering blue. People swearing on their lives for a chance to break through. But trust is thin as smoke in a winter wind. One slip, one word, that's a story's end. Still I walked that line like it was drawn for me, like the concrete road of prophecy I was bound to be. Didn't look for trouble, but it knew my face, found me anyway. But I held my space. Some said we were ghosts, some said we were wolves, but all we ever were was the product of a city that never learned how to love its own. Years pass, but the echoes still follow my stride. Every step I take feels like the block walks beside. Learn the power of silence, the weight of truth, and the cost of the dreams we chased in our youth. Now I look at the world through a wiser flame. Still the same blood running, but a different game. No glory in the battles, no pride in the scars. Just soul searching for light under faded stars. But I'm still here, standing where the storm began. A shadow with a heartbeat, a blueprint of a man. If you listen real close, you can still hear the beat of the city calling out through the cracks in the street. In the dark of the block, we carved our throne, brick by brick, from the pain we'd known. Rising out the smoke, where the lost ones roam. If you seek the truth, the streets speak in a low tone. Storm-born souls never bend, never fade. Turn trauma into rhythm, survival in the blade. If you wanna know how legends get made, just ask the shadow. They'll tell you who stayed.